Hi friends, good morning. 6 o'clock here on your Monday, starting off a brand new week here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. Jenny Power in the Weather Center for us this morning. Good morning, Jenny. We're off to a cool start here on this Monday.
Yes, we are, Tim. Good morning. As we're waking up, this is a live look for you over Riverfront Park where the sun is starting to rise in the distance. It's going to be really pretty out there, but do not forget the jacket as well as the sunglasses. We're sitting at 31 degrees right now in Spokane. So by all means, it is a chilly, literally freezing start here to the day today. Region wide, we're trending in the mid to upper 30s out toward Wenatchee and Moses Lake. 34 degrees for my friends in Coeur d'Alene this morning and sitting at freezing up north to Sandpoint. But yes, it's true to go along with it. We're trending partly cloudy for now, but we'll start to give way to some widespread sunshine come midday and into this afternoon. So great to get outside. It is National Take a Walk in the Park Day. If you do so, just of course have that coat ready to go. Overnight tonight, we remain clear and we are going to be falling cold. So be prepared for that. Our temperatures are trending a little bit below average, just reaching the upper 40s for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. But as far as the arrival of our next system, we are going to see some changes by the middle of the week. We'll talk more about that, though, in a few minutes. Tim?
All right, Jenny, let's take you live with a look at your traffic impact this morning. We're taking a look at our map right now. You can see green conditions, meaning everyone is smooth sailing here as we get going at the 6 o'clock hour on this Monday morning. No major issues to report at this hour. We'll keep a close eye on the map and our different cameras throughout the region so you know what it looks like before you head out the door. If there's ever a problem spot, we'll be sure to let you know about it first here on Up with KREM. Your news time now is 6:02. Today, some TSA workers could get paid while others may have to wait a few more days. Meantime, legislation to fund the TSA is still in limbo in Congress. The House passed 60-day funding over the weekend, but Democratic lawmakers say it's unlikely to pass in the Senate. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on where the partial shutdown stands.
The partial government shutdown is now the longest in history, and as TSA officers work without pay, sick calls remain about 5 times higher than normal. In cities where officers drive long distances to work, some say high gas prices mean they can't afford to get there.
How can I show up if I don't have the ability to?
Friday, President Trump signed an emergency order to pay TSA employees with checks promised as soon as today. But ICE support at checkpoints is staying in place.
We're going to continue an ICE presence there until the airports feel like they're in 100%.
A permanent fix to fully fund the Department of Homeland Security requires Congress to act. The House and Senate have passed bills with different temporary solutions, but Congress is now in a 2-week recess. Democrats are still demanding changes to ICE tactics.
We're asking that guys not dress like Navy SEALs when they go into Minneapolis. We're asking that they wear badges the way every other police officer does, that they have warrants when they break down doors.
We need ICE. We need Border Patrol.
President Trump wants Congress to pass legislation that also includes voter ID requirements and other measures. Democrats have called his emergency order to pay TSA illegal because it sidesteps Congress.
Happening this morning in a matter of hours, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson is signing the Millionaire's tax into law. It will add a nearly 10% tax on household income earned above $1 million. Supporters of the bill say less than 1% of Washingtonians would have to pay. Critics argue, though, the new law is unconstitutional. Personal income tax is against the state constitution, and critics say they're ready to take the legislation to court.
The legislators are counting on the Supreme Court to make this decision, to rewrite the Constitution, to be a kind of super legislature. That I don't believe our Supreme Court will do that. I have more confidence in them than our legislators do.
The governor is scheduled to sign the Millionaire's tax at 10 a.m. Well, if you've been anywhere near downtown Spokane, you may have heard this sound yourself. The Spokane Falls and River are at roaring levels right now. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is live this morning for us. So Brandon, how's it sounding down there? It honestly kind of sounds pretty peaceful from our vantage point, kind of like some white noise. Good morning.
Yeah, no, I just had a huge yawn right before I came on camera. You know, it's that perfect white noise. If I had this inside of my room, I'd be knocked out in no time. Let's go ahead and get into it a little bit though, because I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. The water is extremely powerful. The falls, they are at peak level right now. And while it's a beautiful sight to witness, the Spokane River keeper shared a few facts about the current flow. Right now, the water is so strong that it's double the average flow per day compared to its normal flow. This peak we're seeing right now is also 2 months early for the river to peak. And according to the river keeper, there's a bit of snow left in the mountains. Mount Spokane, for example, is at 26% average. So time will ultimately tell if that's enough snow to maintain healthy flows. But one more fun fact, the falls are currently raging at 20,000 cubic feet per second. That's enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in just under 5 seconds. So might be, again, a perfect day to get you out on the Centennial Trail, get those beautiful views of the Spokane Falls right now. And then also, we talked a little bit about this already throughout the morning. It's National Take a Walk in the Park Day, so what better day to come out and see the peak of the Spokane Falls, because it certainly is a sight to see. For now, though, reporting live here near the Spokane Falls, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
All right, Brandon, thank you. And hey, now that winter is over, tomorrow is the last day to remove studded tires, or you could face a $137 fine. WashDOT says there are no exceptions. Even if you're visiting from out of state, studded tires cause an estimated $20 million in damage to Washington roads every year. Well, hey, the Spokane Chiefs are back in town, and they're continuing their WHL playoff series with the Prince George Cougars tonight. The Chiefs are down 2-0 in the series, but they have some positive momentum heading into today's game after scoring the only 2 goals in Saturday's third period. Puck drop for Game 3 is at 7:05 p.m. at the Numerica Veterans Arena. And we are now just days away from opening night for the Spokane Indians. First pitch is this Friday. Baseball fans from across the inland Northwest are looking forward to the start of the season. KREM 2 News will be live from Avista Stadium throughout the day on Friday. That's April 3rd. You can watch live coverage on Up with KREM and in our early evening shows that day. And Jenny, it's going to be a pretty good, decent weather for opening night. Sometimes it could be iffy this time of year.
Yes, that is always something that we watch out for, Tim. But the good news is that come Friday, we are going to be seeing some of those mild conditions. But hey, waking up on a Monday morning, this is a live look for you over Riverfront Park. The sun starting to rise in the distance as sunrise is set for 6:31 this morning. But if you are headed out soon, just know that it is a cold start to the day today. We're currently at 31 degrees in Spokane. As we move forward, we're going to see a clearing trend and widespread sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures, though, are going to trend a little bit below average, just reaching the upper 40s. And we will see some changes arrive come Wednesday and the start of April. Some April showers, if you will, through our valley floors and the return of mountain snow. But the full breakdown of your entire work week forecast, that's coming up in just a few minutes. Tim.
Jenny, thank you. NASA is sending 4 astronauts on a journey around the moon on Wednesday, and you have the chance to attend an official free viewing party. You do have to make the trek to Western Washington. The Museum of Flight in Seattle is hosting the event with live coverage of the Artemis II mission launch. The crew is heading farther from Earth than humans ever have. That's about 250,000 miles before looping around the moon back to Earth.
It is our strong hope that this mission is the start of an era where every person on Earth can look at the moon and think of it as also a destination.
This is all just a practice run, though, by the way. NASA is planning a moon landing in 2028. You can register for the official viewing party on the Museum of Flight's website. If you want to stay closer to home, we will also have extended live coverage on KREM 2+.